Crowd is ready as their guys get set between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 2 yards on the completion at 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 2nd down, Kaiser. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. First down, Kaiser. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Second down now after the pass completion. A give to Elliott. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Last week over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Runs through the contact. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away where they just from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Prescott. Right side complete to Butler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Prescott from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Kaiser. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Kaiser now trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
2nd down, Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Power running by Zeke. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Prescott off play action. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Toss. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch, nice. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw is Kaiser. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Ohio. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38.
On 2nd down, Kaiser again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Kaiser, 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, Prescott. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go.
And the back goes into motion.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is taken at the 3. They'll they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, right at the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Kaiser to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll throw here. Kaiser able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Myers able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Prescott now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, it's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get funny, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're immense, and what a big-time play there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back now at FedEx Field. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Kaiser. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Prescott on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go.
And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. To throw is Prescott. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Kaiser. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, Kaiser. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They come out here in the eye. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go. Ohio. Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Bailey now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's simply opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Elliott. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. He's back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Kaiser to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Kaiser. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
I mean, we've been watching this one right here who gave up. Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. One last shot now for Prescott. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't flavor. Say amen. Amen, amen, amen. Yeah, amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Jet. Blowing up. We in it, we gonna. Blowing up. Did it like my persona. Blowing up. Living up was honest. We was the drive them hornets. Then we pull up in the furnace. Glow up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We glow up. Yeah. I'm laughing to the bank. All new blue Benny Franks. Pulled up on him in the tank. Yeah, that guy just a rap guy. I'm so mad, fly in, he ain't. Let me back, tight, gave me until I was going on Miami. They all cornballs. They can't stand me. I feel